Can you guys hear me?
We
Yes,
can
and I
now.
can
You look
see you. You're fantastic.
fantastic.
This is like so on point for our
I want to
show
go to
right now.
your house.
You can come. My dining table is right here. You can very happily
Oh
shoot season
my
2 of Drag Me to
God.
Dinner in my pink living room. I would be
Lindsay,
honored.
quick question. What's your favorite color?
You know, it flip-flops between green. No, it's obviously, yeah. I got a monochrome thing going on. I am a winter. I do
Love
I
it.
do like the pink. So, and you guys got the color scheme going on too. So I'm very excited to talk about this colorful show. It's a
Yes,
lot
colorful.
of fun.
Thank
Yes.
you.
It's lighthearted. I love breaking the fourth wall, the whole like kind of variety show vibe to it. And I feel like there's some subversive humor in it, but it's generally a wholesome show. So I just want to address the elephant in the dining room, so to speak, and talk about the importance of a show like this coming out at a time with everything that's going on in the world with the backlash to drag and drag bans, that like this might be like a great development that the show, for better or worse, is coming out right now.
We've been trying to get this show made for the better part of 5 years, David and I together, and a pandemic got in the middle of it. And we have just, regardless of circumstance, always felt that drag performers are so fun and positive and enjoyable and hilarious. And every time we're watching them, we're smiling and dancing, and the people around us are having a great time, full stop. And so we thought that that was worth showing everyone, fans of drag, people who'd never seen drag before, everyone in between. We definitely also love the structured competition shows, and so we wanted to play with the structure of that structure. So we didn't want to just plug and play and drop in queens and have the same dialogue, and you only get a few little sound bites of them, but they also sort of co-produced their own bits and their own content within it. So they have ownership within the show. And I think that just means that every time you're watching them, you're seeing something that everyone's proud of. And I think especially that June is going to be Pride Month, that seems like a great option of things to watch.
That's cute.
Also, like, it does derive a lot from that variety show thing. There's almost like kind of a Carol Burnett feeling to these sketches, the shows within a show. And a lot of the queens, you know, they range in age, like, you know, from, you know, like obviously Bianca and Murray derived from kind of that variety
like
vaudeville. Well, not quite. But then, you know, we got Peaches and Sherry Vine and Jackie B and the late Heklina. And then you have younger queens. So I'm kind of interested in your thoughts about the trajectory of drag, because it started off very like kind of a vaudeville thing. Like we lost Dame Edna recently. It was that vibe. But there was also this underground thing with like Heklina's Club. And then it became super mainstream with these younger queens who all come from Drag Race, and they were everywhere. You know, they're on We're Here, they're in A Star Is Born, Dancing with the Stars. Do you have any thoughts about why this did it hit a tipping point where now there's, oh my God, drag's too big, drag's too mainstream? You know, like, why do you think all this stuff's going on right as this show is coming up?
I think honestly, like I think that all the drag explosion is fantastic. And I think sometimes when people don't know enough about something, they get scared, and there's naivete to it. So when there's a lot happening, I think they want to point fingers, but I say let them. I said this is a celebration of drag, and it's a celebration of these amazing. We picked only girls who are hilarious, and they were comedy queens first and foremost.
Yeah,
you know, there are a lot of queens out there that are Instagram girls, and they have no sense of humor. But it was really, really important to have girls who can make it on their own and be able to sell themselves and produce a segment and stand on their own. And so that was super important for us to show that these girls are smart. They may not come across smart, but they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly like the how they're being portrayed or what they're doing to make this segment funny. So it was fun for us to show the world that. and honestly, just to have a laugh. It's really important right now. I think we all should learn from these girls how to celebrate life. It really is a really fun show. So I hope a lot of people enjoy it.
It's super. Neil, do you have any thoughts about like why you feel the pendulum kind of swung back the other way with regards to drag and the crackdown of it?
I think there's a lot of rhetoric that happens every 4 years in election cycles, regardless of what the circumstances are. People are trying to, find footing in what makes us different. We love individuality. We celebrate everyone. We live in Manhattan. It's an easy thing to do in the city that we live in. We're just proud of the show. And if anyone wants to point fingers, they should point them towards a remote and hit Hulu and hit Drag Me to Dinner and watch it and have a laugh and maybe learn a thing or two.
How do you feel?
Be careful of your sides. You don't want to hurt your sides though, because they'll start splitting.
I mean, honestly, some of these sketches, like the Jinx Monsoon, Ben de la Creme, like they could have their own show. Like Hulu could have multiple spin-offs, like sitcoms from all the shows. It's funny because
a lot of this was bullet pointed, but not really scripted out. This is season 1 of a show. We were looking back at how season 1 of Drag Race was, which was also a little like undecided. And so while we're filming these things, we're also looking at each other like, is this the show? Like, what is happening right now? And we kind of we leaned into that.
Was it always an intention to keep the bloopers in, or like kind of the glitches and stuff, or were they just too funny to cut out?
No, I wanted to make sure, like in between two ferns or something where you could, we wanted to be able to walk off set and have the camera follow us if we needed to go and then come back. We wanted to make sure that everyone knew we were filming a show.
We really it was important for us to do a competition show, but everybody knows a competition show and everybody knows how those work. So we were having a lot of respect for our viewers, and because most of the viewers out there are smart and they know how those things work. So we took this sort of concept of a show competition and sort of spin it on its side to make it new and fresh and different. And
competition show with air quotes.
If there's a season 2, we have a lot more ideas up our sleeve.
That's true.
Absolutely. I hope there will be a season 2. I think a show like this is needed. Humor is always the best unifier. So I really do hope that people tune in, and it maybe if they are someone who is fearful of drag, that their fears are completely alleviated by laughing along with you guys. So thank you for doing this. And
they'll learn how not to make a pot roast. So there you go.
There you go. Education. Well, you're always welcome to come. If you are shooting season 2, you are very welcome to use my pink space. Just putting that out there.
A pink competition.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Bon appetit.
Cheers.